Hi, Abe.
Hello, come sta?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Ah, molto bene,
Molto bene.
molto bene. Okay, you still in the hospital?
No, I'm not in the hospital. I'm fortunately home, but I have all of these notes to write.
I,
I is right, my friend. I is right. But you know what? I'm making every effort to keep current and up to date on the Daf. I hate
that's a,
falling behind. I hate, you know.
okay.
But I will be honest with you. I am already telling myself that I hope Hashem blesses me so that I can do this a second and possibly a third time at some point because this whole thing with the tumma, all of it is just.
It's
Jorge,
Buenas
out
noches.
of our,
What?
as I say, it's out of our normal thinking.
We don't ever consider that.
Well,
But
I'm a Kohen,
what
so
becomes first and then second and
right.
third?
Yeah. So as a Kohen, I was exposed to it early in my years.
That's great.
But yeah,
It's challenging.
everything is challenging.
That is true. It is true.
Real.
yeah.
What is Ernie's address?
I sent it to you. 143 South Macadam.
South, huh? 143 South. Okay. And that's between which streets?
Oh, between second and first.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
That's where we need to go and pick up the next.
On the west side of the street.
So
Yeah,
we
I
need
know,
to
I know, I know the house
we need to
Oh,
pick up the next
installments.
surba. Okay.
Turban. We still have one more here on the 20 volume. Harold, you're so quiet, Harold.
Nothing to say
I find that hard to believe.
at this point in time.
Harold, is Richie back in town?
Yeah, he's back.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I saw, I think one of his kids with his own kids playing outside.
Oh, no, he's been back for like 2 weeks already.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you know what? I'm going.
There. Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Evening.
We are on 35, Lamed Hey.
Mhm.
Amrav Yonis and Amrav Rebbe. Ha'oichel shlishi shel truma atzmo. So we've been dealing with people who eat their chulin food with the stringencies of either truma or hegdish. What if you have truma that is on the level of a shlishi and you eat that? So asr le'echol, you may not eat. You don't mutter liga. You're allowed to touch it because remember, truma cannot become a revi, but you cannot eat it. So this is similar to what Ula said. Itzrich to Ula v'Itzrich Rabbi. I need both. That applied to Chullin that was prepared on the level of Truma. Aval Truma b'nigiyah asr. Maybe Truma itself, I would say you can't touch. We have to be told that no, you can touch it. Itzrich Rabbi Yonasan. So we needed that. Rabbi Yonasan, havamihani mili Truma. Only if you eat mamish truma, that's a shlishi. Aval chulin b'achila nami shori. Maybe you'd be allowed to eat chulin that's on a level of a shlishi. Tzrichi, I have to be told that you can't. Yosef Rav Yitzchak Bar Shmuel Bar Marta Kamed Rav Nachman. The Yosef Ekomer. Oichel shlishi shel chulin shenasol tarsa kodesh. Now you're eating chulin that was prepared on the level of hegdish. Tor lechol b'kodesh. Such a person, after he eats the shlishi of chulin, can eat hegdish. Because we said a revi can go all the way down, hegdish can go all the way down to revi, but only if touched by shlishi of kodesh. Shlishi of anything else would not make it a revi. So you're allowed to eat it. Shein l'chador shoyz revi b'kodesh el kodesh b'kodesh bilvad. Mosif Rabbi Bar Chama. So shlishi, if you eat a food that is shlishi, you become a sheni, l'kodesh. But vein sheni l'truma. That's bechulin shenasol taras truma. Now why should it become anything? I love kodesh mekudeshu. It wasn't touched by kodesh. Or melei hanach l'truma shetarosa tumasa hu yetzel kodesh. We said truma in regards to hegdish would be considered tohor. Where do we see this? But not tamra. This not. Big day am haaretz. The clothing of a maretz who is not careful about tumah v'tar medris leprushin. That a porush who stays away from tumah, it acquires tumas medris like when a zavara need to sit on a couch. So the whole couch becomes tummy, including anything that's sitting on the couch. Big de'oich truma medris lekodesh. The clothing of somebody who eats truma, but not hegdish, becomes medris for people eating hegdish. So you see, they're always on a level more tamadika than kodesh. But that's not a proof, says Rava. I'm a Rava midrasos kamret. You're asking a kasha from medrash, shiny midrasos. Shema tershav alein ishtanida. There's a possibility the wife may be sat on it. And that's quite common. So regarding hegdish, we have to be concerned for that. But regarding fruit and grain of the peri lo amrina, we're not concerned that we have to be medras. But Rav Yitzchak Beper Nami Omar, he was concerned about fruit as well. Mosif Rav Yomi midifti. Umi amrinim bepere. Can we say that in relationship to hegdish it's considered tomei vatnan? Im Omar hifrashti l'soicha revius kodesh. You have wine of truma, but it belongs to Nama Aretz. And he says, I separated truma and I made it hegdish. Naaman, he's believed that the wine in the barrel is tohor. But remember, it's truma. V'lo tamale truma l'kodesh. And it does not make the hegdish wine in it tome, even though we said truma, which is a degree less than kodesh, can make things tome. And it should be a status of a problem. To tame truma l'kodesh. The truma should make the the wine that is hegdish in the barrel, tame. The wine is in the wine, the truma wine and the kodesh wine are touching in the barrel. Tuma b'chiburin shiny. The migu de mehem and kodesh mehem namei truma. It says that the Am Haaretz is believed regarding the hegdish wine is believed regarding the truma. Mosif Ravuna bar Nasa. Sheni shebechulin metami mashke chulin. Food that is a sheni will make liquid that touches it also a sheni. Upoisel ochle truma. And if it touches truma, the truma becomes a shlishi. You can't eat it. Shlishi of chulin, metame mashke kodesh, will contaminate hegdish liquid. Now, that's a problem already, because we already said you can only make a revi if it's hegdish, not if it's truma. Upoisel ochle kodesh. And this is b'chulin shenasol tarsa kodesh. So you see, even a shlishi of chulin can make something a revi. You told me it can't. So the Gemara says Tanoyi. It's machlokes Tanoim, the Tanya. Chulin shenasol tarsa kodesh arein kechulin. It's like regular chulin. Acquire the tuma of hegdish. Rabbi Yezer Rab Tzadok arein ketruma l'tomei shnayim v'liv solechon. It can go down 2 levels, right? Rishon and Sheni, and it can become possible like a shlishi. But that chulin cannot make a revi. So that the Tana that says like that will follow this Tana. Okay. Now we leave the realm of Tumah v'Tahara a little bit. Rav Shimon Omer, Huchshru b'shchita. We said if you shecht an animal, there's no blood. So normally you need liquid to be machshir food to be makabel tumah. The act of shchita itself works, said Reb Shimon. Amravasi, Omrai Reb Shimon shchitas machshir v'lo da. He said shchita does and not blood. Blood from shchita will not be machshir something to be makabel tumah. Lema Messiah. Maybe our Mishnah supports Ravasi. The Reb Shimon Omer Hochshru b'shchita. My love b'shchita v'lo b'dam. Maybe it excludes dam. Where it says lo af b'shchita, dam and shchita. Toshma, Armla Reb Shimon. V'chi adam machsher v'lo shchita machsheres. It's not the blood that is machsher; it's the act of shchita. So hachikamer la v'chi dam bilvad machsher. It's not blood alone. Av shchita nami machsher. So you can't prove from these sources that shchita blood does not make something machshir to be mekabel tumah. Toshma will bring a raya against Ravasi. Rav Shimon Omer dam ameis eino machshir. An animal that dies and it bleeds, that blood does not machshir food. But the Gemara deduces my love haydam shchita machshir. But from there we would see that the blood that emanates from shchita would be machshir. Lo. It's not dam shchita, it's dam chalolim. That means if you kill an animal, not one that died of natural causes, that blood would be machshir. So aval dam shchatir mai, lo machshir, what a dam shchita would not? Why not lishmina dam shchita v'koshakin dam ames? Say that shchita blood doesn't contaminate, does not be machshir, and certainly dam ames will not. That seems to imply that dam shchita will. The Gemara says you can't be medak like that. Dam ames it's rechalei. The chiddush is an animal that dies naturally, not killed. Sal kedai techamim mali katli iu mali katli malachamoves. Who cares whether a human being killed it by stabbing it or whether it died because the malachamoves killed it? Kamash Malon that no. If it dies of natural cause, the blood does not work. But if it's killed, it does work. But that doesn't. But it doesn't say anything about shchita blood. The Gemara is going to continue to try bring proofs against Ravasi. Ravasi is the one who said that shchita blood is not machshir. Toshma. Reb Shimon Omer, dam magafoso in a machshir. If an animal has a wound and is bleeding, so that blood is not machshir. So the Gemara deduces, my love, I dam shchita machshir. That must imply that dam that flows from shchita will work. Lo, hi dam chalali machshir. We're talking about blood that flows if you kill an animal. So what? Aval dam shchita mai lo machshir, l'shamin and dam shchita v'koshakin dam makafaso. You could have said dam shchita doesn't work, and certainly blood of a wound. Must be that shchita blood does work. More says no. The chiddush is dam makafaso itzrich. The chiddush was about wound of a blood from a wound. What do you mean? What do I care whether I kill the whole animal? I just kill it in part so that it's bleeding. But we still don't know for sure whether shchita blood will be machshir. Now, why should blood, when you kill an animal, that blood will be machshir? Because it says the chsiv v'dam chalolim yishteh. It's a pasuk that the blood of killed, it will be drunk. So it's like a mashke. But if you're going to use that, dam shchita nami ksiv ala arz shvechenu kabayim. When you shecht, it's compared to water. Just like over there, you compared it to drinking. Here also, there's a comparison to drinking. So why does Rav Shimon make a distinction between dam shchita and dam chalolim? So the Gemara will say, "Ahu, that pasuk is lemishrei daman dipsula mikdoshim banohu de'asa." You have korbanos that became pasul, and then you shech them. You're allowed to eat them. You're also allowed to benefit from the blood. It has a mum. You redeem them. They have a little bit of kedusha. You can't work them. You can't milk them. You can't graze them. And I might think you might not be able to benefit from their blood. This pasuk says you can benefit from their blood. Okay. Lamed Vav, tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll learn at 5:00.
Okay.